Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about the new show on HBO Max, Palm Royale, and some of the issues I've kind of seen in it. Now I feel like this could almost be a series on my channel, the whole idea of ableism in media and how to not write disability in movies and TV shows, because sadly it is 2024 and TV shows are still writing ableist plot points and ableist scenes and just including ableism in their writing. Now, what are my qualifications to talk about this? Number one, lived experience with disability. Let's never discount a lived experience, because that is more powerful and more influential than any degree could be. But I also have a master's in disability studies, and I really focused a lot on disability in the media and ableist tropes in the media. I also am a screenwriter with a disability, so there's that too. But I do want to give a disclaimer that I'm not trying to speak for all disabled people. Of course, everybody has their own opinions. Just because they have a specific identity doesn't mean they agree with me, and that is okay. So, yeah, there's my disclaimer there. But Palm Royale is a show on HBO Max about this elitist kind of beach club, I guess you would call it. I don't know, I'm not a rich person who lives in Palm Beach, so I don't know much about it. This show was my first kind of venture into this world of these rich white people and their shenanigans. But in it, Burnett plays the one woman, Maxine's her aunt-in-law. So it's Maxine is married to this guy who is a delacorte, and that's supposed to be this big family that owns these big corporations. And so Carol Burnett's character, Norma, is Maxine's husband's aunt. So I know it's kind of confusing, but it doesn't really matter for this video. I'm just kind of explaining it just to give a little bit of a background. But Harold Burnett's character, Norma, had an embolism, and throughout the show, she's in kind of a coma, or I don't like to use this word, but for lack of better wording, a vegetative state. But then at one point, she does come out of this state, but she slurs her words very dramatically in a way where, like, it's almost played off as a joke how the other characters don't understand her and don't listen to her.
Totaling about something.
Are you okay? Well, she seems to have a lot to say about you.
How do you know it's about me?
Everything.
And that part is realistic. But what I don't like is that her speech is almost kind of like the punchline there. It's so exaggerated and so awkward that it's trying to be funny. And also, Carol Burnett does not talk like that in real life. Real people have speech impairments, and we are not jokes. I know my speech impairment is not as severe as some people's, but I still do have a speech impairment, and I have been made fun of my whole life for it. And for a long time, I was ashamed of it. And that's why coming onto YouTube was very difficult for me at first. And it still is hard for me to listen to my own voice and watch myself on camera, because I still do have a lot of that internalized ableism. I really don't know why. If they wanted this character Norma to have a speech impairment, why was Carol Burnett cast? I mean, I know why, because she's a big name. In fact, my mom loves her. So it's almost weird to be making this video. But then again, Carol Burnett didn't write this character, but she did agree to portray it. And I do think she probably has enough power in the industry to say, no, I'm not going to take that role. That's offensive. Speech impairments are not funny, and also it's not something you should mock in a way, because the portrayal feels very mocking. And I'll try to insert clips in this video. I make no promises, because knowing HBO, I will get copyright claimed, and not only does not get the video demonetized, but it effectively doesn't push it out into the algorithm. And what is the point of making a video if nobody gets to watch it because the algorithm decides, oh, we're not going to do this since she put in a clip from HBO? But I was surprised, because I looked a little online. I typed in like Palm Royale ableism to see if anybody else picked up on this and if it bothered anybody else. But so far I haven't been able to find anything. But then again, this show did just come out recently, so it may take some time for people to watch it and to kind of see the ableism. And then again, it could just be me, but as someone with a speech impairment, I found this offensive. In fact, I stopped watching this show because I was cringing so much, and it takes me a lot to stop watching something. I watch a lot. I've watched Friday Night Lights, which has a non-disabled actor playing a disabled character. I've watched Lost, which is a bad show, not just because of the ableism, but the writing is just cringy, in my opinion. And I've also watched stuff like 90210 that used disability in that way. But I've been able to continue watching these shows despite the ableism. But to me, this was offensive, so I had to stop watching. I know I'm going to be called a snowflake. Oh well. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you've seen Palm Royale, let me know if you picked up on that too, or if you interpreted it a different way. But please be kind in the comments, and don't invalidate anybody's perspective. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!